Carlos Nelson with Cascade Sports, and today we're at Southeast High School, home of the mighty Blue Knights, and we have the head football coach, Mr. Julius Foster. How you doing, Coach?
I'm doing good. Appreciate you.
All right. Tell our audience a little bit about yourself. I first met you when you were going to Lincoln Prep Academy, and you were playing basketball. Didn't know about your football attributes.
Correct.
Run it down.
Yeah, I graduated from Lincoln Prep in 2012. Played basketball, played football. Got a football scholarship for college and played in college at Simpson College up in Iowa. Great experience. After I graduated, I worked for a little bit for a corporate company. Then I came back to Kansas City, and Coach Lowe was the first person I reached out to as far as wanting to get back into coaching and coaching at my alma mater. So he gave me the opportunity, much appreciated. And was coaching quarterbacks over there for Lincoln Prep. Was over there about three or 4 years, and then came over here to Southeast last year. Was my first year as the head coach here at Southeast, and it was a great experience. We have the highest win percentage we've had in about 10 years. We won every game that we played in the IL. We didn't get to play Lincoln Prep just because of COVID issues, but we tied with Lincoln Prep as far as co-champions of the year. We have 4 guys that went on scholarship to further their student-athlete careers, and then we actually had a first-time All-State player probably in the last 20 years play as well. So great job by our coaching staff, being a new coaching staff. Great job by the kids and
Give
trusting
your
us.
coaching staff some action. Who's coaching with you?
Coach Sean McClennan, he coaches our offensive line and D-line. Coach Fern is actually new this year. Coach Fern has our running backs and our wide receivers. Coach Joe Eason, he is actually our assistant head coach. He is also our DB and defensive coordinator coach as well. And then Coach Grotto, he helps out as well with not just our film and our academics, but helps out with our running backs as well.
Speaking of academics.
And then we got, Coach Corey as well. Coach Corey coaches our linebackers.
All right, speaking of academics, you know that Cascade Sports is home of the student athlete.
Correct.
How you dealing with your players on that, and do they understand the importance of their education?
They understand the importance. I think actually putting it into action is what we're finding out is the hard part. COVID was hard on everybody. COVID especially was hard on our kids, not being adequately equipped, maybe where their home base is or where they're from. And so having to strive for greatness in the classroom definitely was challenging last year, and definitely is still a challenge. We're still looking at it as a challenge this year. So we're working on that very hard, but they know that, coaching staff is the expectations. We're serious about it all the way through.
All right. So, as you know, I talked to you off camera. We did Lincoln Prep yesterday, and when I was talking to Coach Lowe, we talked about his new stadium. So let's talk about your new stadium, and how do you feel about that? And we talked off camera about some improvements, and I'll let you go with that.
Correct. The district did a great job of getting us the tools and the equipment that we needed. We have a new scoreboard this year as well. We have a jug machine, first one that I've seen in the district since I've been in the district.
What's the jug machine?
The jug machine is mainly for learning how to catch. So it spits the balls out on a rotator on a machine.
Seen them on the pro.
Yeah. We got those now. New and improved sleds. We have those practice dummies. We have those too. So they did a good job of making sure that the kids have adequate equipment. Thanks to a couple community partnerships, we have an end zone camera this year as well now. So we're looking forward to taking advantage of those new tools.
So what are you looking to do this season?
This season, we want to win the IL outright, and then our main goal is to win a playoff game.
What do you think that's going to take to win the IL outright?
It's going to take everything.
I'm saying game-wise, how many games do you think?
On our schedule, we have to play East, we have to play Central, and we have to play Lincoln Prep. So as far as the schedule lies, like I said, we have to. It's going to take everything to
like
beat.
Winning 7 games in the IL. How many games do you play in the IL? Do you know off the top of your head?
Say 3 this year. We play in the IL.
All right.
So we're gonna have to go. We're gonna have to go undefeated in order to win it. All the teams are tough teams. Lincoln has obviously been, the stout contender for the past, 4 years, 5 years, even before then. So we're just gonna have to take it one game at a time.
Let's talk about your personnel this year. Who should our audience be looking out for?
It's really gonna come from quarterback play. His new quarterback, he's a junior, Daniel De La Cruz. Very athletic. He also is our starting corner. Big body, about 6 foot, 6'1", probably about 180 right now. Stout kid, smart kid, plays sounds defense. Another kid is look out for is a senior, Anthony Fuqua.
I want to ask you a thing about your quarterback. What kind of arm does he have?
Has a good arm. Has a great arm. He's put a lot of work in this summer. He can throw it. He can bomb it, but the accuracy part of it is what we've been working on this summer. So he's done. Yep, he's done a good job of ball placement this summer. We got a lot of 7-on-7 work. Got a lot of camp work. Got a lot of individual work. So I'm looking forward to him having a good season.
Is he a student of the game?
He's a student of the game. Film room. He understands our plays. Our playbook is not that, it's not that intense. It's not that hard, but knowing it front to back is what the expectation is, and he does that very good.
All right, go on to that next player.
Anthony Fuqua. He's a safety, senior. He actually just got done competing for AAU track for nationals. Very fast kid, very physical kid for his size too. I mean, I would trust him to hit more than some linemen. He's downhill, but he's also can cover sideline to sideline. And his great GPA, I think he carries right now at 3.6 GPA.
What about his leadership ability?
Guys follow him. I mean, when you do what you're supposed to do off the field and you do what you're supposed to do on the field, it's not a question of who your leader is. That is who your leader is. So he just happens to be a senior this year. Expecting big things from him. We have some younger guys too. A couple freshmen. D'Angelo Bayless. He's gonna be good for us. Cordell James. He's a sophomore, but this is his first year out.
What are they playing? What positions are those?
D'Angelo Bayless plays outside linebacker and wide receiver, and then Cordell James, he'll play safety.
You got any physical measurements on the linebacker?
D'Angelo Bayless he's a freshman. He's about 6 foot, probably about 185 right now, 180. So solid.
Is he a hitter?
So we're gonna find out.
Oh, all right.
We're gonna find out. It's early in camp. We're gonna find out. Everybody can hit on the first day. Everybody can hit when it's cool. Cool outside, but we're gonna see if he can maintain it. He's a freshman, he's young, but very talented kid.
And the other kid on safety?
Cordell James. He's a 10th grader, sophomore. Not the biggest kid, but not scared to stick his nose in there. Very fast. Plays the ball in the air very well. Academics are great as well. He's done a great job his freshman year, even though he didn't play with us last year. Did a great job of keeping his grades high, so we're really proud of that. And lucky to have him out as well.
Any closing comments?
Just want to say appreciate Cascade Sports for coming out and covering our kids, because that's what it's really about. Without that coverage, without that exposure, then our kids don't get that insight. And then go Knights.
All right. Appreciate having you on the show, and we look forward to covering some of your games.
Appreciate you. Thank you.
All right.
This program is brought to you by the City of Fountains Coaches Association.